Okay, so I'm sat here just about to start editing the video and I've realised I've actually pressed the photo button rather than the video button for the intro to this. But just to kind of get you up to speed, this was the day where the car was doing MOT, so took out the old DJI Pocket 2, took it for a little test drive and a quick walk through the park, and just a bit of a commentary, a little bit of a change from the normal type of videos we do here. But if you want to see what the quality is like of the DJI Pocket 2, the audio quality in actually what was a very windy day, then this video could be right for you. Otherwise, if you just want to see what we do when we're not actually filming, then carry on watching. Okay, so we've done our little bit of sightseeing and now we're just going to wait for the lights to change so we can go over to the park. And there we go, we're going to go diagonal rather than across. And is this thing actually recording? Yeah, I think so. It's a bit windy today, so if there's wind noise on this, my apologies. This was a last minute thing. Kind of forgot about the MOT and just got on with it. Anyway, so this is Page Park. Quite historic for this local area. And I'm just going to have a quick walk through and see what it's like. This time of year it's actually not at its best, as you could probably understand. But some people do like this, the change of the season, where all the plants start changing colours and all that sort of stuff. It's quite a nice little park actually. And over there in the distance behind the bushes is the bowling, Page Park Bowls Club. Kind of nice. That willow tree there, I can remember when that used to be only a couple of foot tall, and in fact I used to hide under there whilst trying to avoid bees and wasps. And as you can probably hear, this is the bird cage or bird sanctuary or whatever you want to call it. Not sure if you can actually even see anything in there. You can certainly hear it. And that's the back of the houses. It's quite nice living there, right onto the back of this park. Used to be an old council house, one of those, I think, where you go and pay your taxes. Ugh. This is the sensory garden, so you can go in there. It's designed for people who have less mobility or visual impairments and disabilities, so they can go in and just relax in there and smell the plants and touch them and all that kind of stuff. Calf's laughing at me. And there's a big doggy. Hey doggy. The water fountain, can't quite see it, so I'm going to spin round the other way so Kath doesn't get in the shot. Little basketball court, some swings there. You can just about see the old bandstand in the background there. That has been there pretty much since the park opened, I think. A new play area. Quite nice and sunny actually today. Got some tennis courts over there, slightly overgrown. They were talking about doing something with them, like making it so it was pay to play or something. Whereas at the moment it's free, but it looks like the nets are seen better days. Going to quite a shaded area now. So interesting to see what's going on. The bit in front of you, directly in front, used to be a big pond, like a little lake, and all of this here was water all around this path. There's a circular path that goes all the way around it. And back in the day, let's see if I can find some old footage actually, some old pictures of this when it was actually a little boating lake. You got a little moat thing in the middle. And actually, where is the path gone? So we're going right round on ourselves again. So they're doing a little bit of work up here at the moment. As you can possibly tell, there's like a stone circle there, time to pause. So just have a quick pan around. We're going that way, or are we going back down that way? Alright, we'll go round in a circle. This bit here, Kath's just telling me, this is where her bench used to be that she sat on, but the council have taken it away. Rip the bench. So again, there is the tennis courts, the little tennis court hut. Tennis courts themselves, and a big ass tree. Wouldn't mind climbing that. If I was about 20 years younger and about 4 stone lighter. So here we go again. There is the what used to be the little boating lake, or duck pond, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So we're heading over now towards the old bandstand. This, from what I can remember when I was a child, used to have like glazing and doors and stuff, and I'm sure it used to be something to do with the playgroup I went to as a kid. I'm sure there was stuff in here. Kath's shaking her head, so maybe not. There's Kath's bench. Don't think it's got her name on it, not yet. This is in loving memory of Albert Arthur Fisher. Rip Arthur. Or Albert. Whichever name you went by. So now we're heading towards the old clock tower. The clock tower is one of those things which causes a little bit of controversy around here. And it used to be an area where you can go and buy drinks, etc. Sorry again if the wind noise is terrible. You got the football pitch, cricket pitch, and just over there is the back of the sensory garden and somewhere where you can grab a coffee, which is exactly what we're going to do. And if I spin right now, give you a shot of the clock tower.
No, that's what she said. She didn't. No.
So that was built in 1910, and the centre structure used to be like a shop, and you could buy ice creams and things like that, and possibly even hire things for the moat and crazy golf, stuff like that. Crazy golf probably a later addition in probably the 70s or 80s. It's a pretty nice area. And we're going to head over here now, if you can actually hear this, because it's so windy. And we're going to get ourselves a coffee, and then we'll be heading over in that direction to head home. So we've got our coffee. Happy days, mocha for me and Kath. And just a quick pan around now so you can see what we see here in the park. It is a really nice park, to be fair. A few clouds in the sky, but nothing too major. And I'm going to do a complete 360. That's the back of the bowling. Another entrance to the park there, and we're back on the path. So let's take a quick walk down there and we'll get the heck out of here. So again, for October, Actually, really nice day. It's a little bit of a breeze, as you can probably hear, but temperature-wise, it's pretty mild, around about 16 degrees Celsius. Not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. A few people out with their kids, people out walking their dogs. I suppose I better wait for the call to see what's happening with my MOT. Anyway, that's pretty much it for Page Park, early October 2023. Catch you in the next video. Okay, so the car has, well, they called us to say the car's ready. We're going to go now and find out what the actual deal is, how much it's going to cost, etc, etc. So just going for a walk, so I'm going to spin the camera right now. There's a new place which has been built up here, which has been in the process of being built for a long time. So we're going to walk up now and see what has been going on. It used to be a car park, and they converted it from a car park into something. I don't know, they've been building it for, well, a long time, probably since towards the end of the COVID lockdowns, possibly, maybe around that sort of time. Again, I apologise if it's a little bit windy. I am using the built-in microphones on here rather than using a separate one, so the wind noise might be a little bit on the bad side. It's actually getting quite windy, as you can probably tell from the foliage. But there you go, I can see some of the monstrosity that has been built. So, for those of you who are not sure, it's that kind of sandy coloured building there on the corner with the antenna on the side of it. I have no idea what it actually is. No one's really said, but it's been in the process of being built for such a long time. So I'm kind of glad it's finally done, so we don't have to walk into the road. For the last 2 Christmases in a row, when we've walked up here to get to the local Iceland store, which is up over there somewhere, it says, pointing directly into the sunlight. It looks like it's multiple occupancy flats or something. Can't really see too well because the sun's shining, but yeah, this is the monstrosity. So we've got car parking, sheltered parking, and just this big wall here. So it looks more like a gel than it does a car park, but that's someone's balcony. So that is the new building, which used to be in the well, the footprint of the car park. And that gentleman there just said they are quite big, and Kath said, yeah, but it's a bit of a monstrosity, so hopefully he's not one of the new owners. That would be funny. Kath's quite good at doing that sort of thing. She says what she thinks. Bless her. So I'm going to try not to get run over by an electric vehicle. You can hear Kingswood Community Transport. What? There's a helicopter in the distance. Sounds like a Chinook. No, it's not a lion. I don't know what I'm talking about. So for people that live in Staplehill, that used to be the original factory shop. It's now a fitness centre, which for anyone who's actually been to this area will know that probably fitness is not one of the priorities for the local inhabitants, let's be honest. It's somewhat of a well, combination between elderly people who live around here. Yeah, just fitness is not really one of the things that you'd stand out and say, yeah, that is what Staplehill actually needed.
Imagine.
Yeah. And there's the old Compass project, which used to be ATS years ago. And the King Billy, or King William IV public house. And this other monstrosity here is the new, well, I'm trying to think what it was before actually. I'm not entirely sure.
Workwear.
Oh yeah, workwear. So now it's a, well, there we go. It's another fitness place. How do these places stay open? I'll never know. Yeah, not exactly packed in there. Anyway, so we're here at Staplehill Motor Centre, and let's go and see what's happening with the car. And actually there's our car just down there. So I'm going to go in and we'll see what the deal is, and we'll be back shortly. So just got home and time for a cup of tea, celebratory tea, because the car has passed the MOT. Happy days. That old car doesn't do a lot of mileage, so things do go wrong because it's just left basically in the driveway doing nothing for a long time. But happy days, it's passed. Slight advisories: the front two brake hoses, slight corrosion on them, and also the same for the brake discs, which kind of, because we don't really use it, I guess that is expected. But overall, happy days, car's passing MOT, and yeah, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this video up. It's been a nice day, nice and sunny, nice walk, get some fresh air, and also all I had to pay out for was an MOT for the car, which is awesome. So no unexpected expenses quite yet. Anyway, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.